Please invite General Arora for his address.
I would like to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Lieutenant General Arora Sir, to kindly say a few words.
Well, friends, can you hear me? All of you, just give me thumbs
Yes,
up.
sir, we can hear you. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'll request you to mute yourself, all of you, because I'm not going to say just a few words. I'm going to take some time because Saraswati is not just a college for me. Saraswati is the dream child of Colonel Mathur. And Colonel Mathur had been more than a family. I have never met a person who has had a larger heart than him. Extremely warm personality, a personality whom you love the moment you see him. A person who achieved so much in his life that even after his retirement, he took every single opportunity. Like, friends, I don't know how to tell you, but in my presentations, which I show across the globe, I have a permanent slide of Saraswati Dental College. And I'll show you that slide today because it is, I put that achievers, this is where dentistry can take you. This is where dentistry took him, that we all are being benefited. Colonel Mathur and Mrs. Mathur and both Rajat as well as Charat, we had, I don't think I could have had a better tenure for me in Lucknow when I was there as the commandant of the dental center. But it was more than that. It was their love. It was their affection. It was the closeness which they always exuded. Any evening we could walk up and we used to find him and Mrs. Mathur in the club, and we used to have a wonderful time as if you have never left. It was a unimaginable personality with whom I have interacted, and we remember him still, and I do talk about him to many people. Incidentally, in my office, if you see the background, my virtual background, you will find that there is the Saraswati on my left side. That certificate is very prominently displayed because it's very close to my heart. Now, I have something for all of you. I'll request the young students to listen to it carefully. After Dr. Dubey told me to make it short, I have brought it very short and sweet now. But I have got something for the teachers. I'm something for the people who are managing the college. And I will promise that I'll go with the jet set speed. Normally, I do a lot of career counselings across the country in various dental colleges. And the last one was I did in Coog for about 4.5 hours, where we had something like 70 students who wanted to know that, talking about their individual problem and how they can sort it out and what is the future way for them. If you permit, Rajat sir, can I share my presentation with the people?
Please, sir.
Yes, please, sir. Dr. Ashish, just share this. Yeah, good. Yeah, we can see you, sir, now. We can see your slide.
Is it on, sir?
Yes, sir, we can see it, sir.
One second, I am finding a screen disturbing me. All right, thank you so much. All right, my presentation today. Now, friends, I have switched you off, all of you. I can't see you. Kindly unmute yourself and speak off when you say that you are not listening or I am not very clear. But if you find that I am clear and going, I'll request, Principal Sir to please give me a thumbs up that, I'm doing well. All right. Where dentistry can take you is what I'm going to talk about today. Because over a period of time, dentistry has now come to be regarded as a profession which doesn't have a future. And that is not so by only the dental surgeons, it is so by the dental college owners. They feel that the best period has gone. I don't think so at all, guys. You see, let me share with you that Colonel Mathur and Mrs. Mathur, as well as, let me be very straightforward with you, Rajat as well as Charit, everyone were very keen that I must come to Saraswati. And I was making some excuse or other because I wasn't keen to move from Delhi. But then ultimately we decided if I'm going to serve in a dental college, then it will be with Sir. Why I did not join a dental college, answer you will find in this presentation. Because I realized that if I'm going to do only dental college, it's not going to be really taxing me in the way which I think I can. That's why I decided that I'm not going to join a dental college. I will see things differently. All right. Now, look here. What do you see? You see some guy who is making tea. Why is Vimal Arora showing you a guy who is making tea? This was the past 20 years back. If you wanted tea, you had to go to this place or you had to go to this place. Either a tea for 1 rupee or 5 rupees or a place here where a tea was costing 1,000, a 5-star hotel. What was missing? The thing what was missing was that there were some gaps which people identified. Search for gaps in your life. This is my first lesson to you, every one of us. Search for the gaps in your life which some people consider as nothingness. And what happened? You had cafe coffee day, barista and everyone, where you can have a coffee for $100 and spend as much time as you want. And all of them are ringing huge money bells. Well, what did they do? They found a gap. What did Colonel Tajendra Shankar Mathur did way back, almost 22 years back? He found a gap. He realized that in Lucknow, there wasn't a college which could fulfill the quality parameters and provide education to the kids who were requiring it desperately. He created an empire, and it's a path-breaking contributions by Ma'am, Rajat, Charit, and of course, now the new principal, Professor K.N. Dubey. I have known him very well. And your lady wives, Sunita, as well as Ritu. Guys, I'm really indebted to what love and affection I have had when I was there. I'm told that there have been immense contributions by Dr. Arvind and Soumya, as well as Alka Yadu. I have been hearing since morning today. Ma'am, you are absolutely beautiful when you are conducting these programs. What exactly is my talk today to you youngsters? I would like to ask you, what do you want to do? When I asked this to youngsters today, they said BDS karna hai. Very good. फिर देखेंगे. MDS करेंगे. फिर देखेंगे. See, way back, probably 100 years back, Alice, which Alice is this? The Cheshire Cat. Alice is asked, once the Alice reached a fork on the road, that the Cheshire Cat, Alice asked, which road should I take? She asked, where do you want to go? She said, I don't know. Then why are you asking? Go on any road. If you don't know where you're going, then any road will take you there. So what is important is, can you know where you're going? Can you find out where you are going today? Can you take a pencil and paper and learn to think? You see, thinking is a process. You don't get it. Somebody has to teach you. And how will you go ahead about this is you will learn it from your teachers who will teach you the way how to think, how to plan, how to strategize, how to come for a decision. Now, we have something like 973 dentists. We carried out a survey. Dentists accepting money. We agree that you need a 6-figure salary. I put it as the last point here. I put it here. What is very important for you? Everyone said respect. Sir, respect to milni chahiye mere ko. Okay, then. Sir, naam hona chahiye, mera bahut jabardast naam hona chahiye, society mein hona chahiye, badhiya ghar ho, sir, Mercedes car ho, dignity ho, prestige ho. That's very good. You're thinking absolutely right. So now if you are walking that path, do you know where you want to go? Have you explored that path where you want to go? Have you chosen how to reach there? Are you preparing? Can you take baby steps every day to the place where you want to go? If you are not, then what are you doing, guys? Folks, why are you wasting your time? Let's know what the future, the dentistry holds for us. Why did we join dentistry? Why? It's a question all of you should ask. Then today, what are we facing? Dentist and saturation. Everyone says, "Arey bahut ho gaye, bhare pade hain, bura haal hai." Okay. What are the options with us? Career with us. What's the future of dentistry? What is going to be my future? And what's going to be the way forward for me? I have normally, when I speak on these topics, I speak for a long time. I'm going fast today. Be with me, guys. There is no point in taking any photographs. If you want, I'll share it with you. Note down the points. Why did we join dentistry? Did you have choice? Did you join dentistry because I will have a dentist doctor in front of me, my matrimonial proposals will become much better? Or was it my first career choice? I couldn't enter medicine, so that is why did I come here? Or was it a God's wish? It was God's wish. You know, God wanted me, I should become a dentist. So I am becoming a dentist. Or was it a career of interest? Was it inspiring for you? Was it in somewhere that you thought that, yes, this is going to be my future? Way back in 75, 73, 74, 75, when I was still in my college and I was doing pretty well in academics. And I'm very proud to say that I'm a student of Dr. N.K. Agarwal. Dr. N.K. Agarwal's photograph is always there with me in every presentation where I go. Then I joined Army. At that time, when I joined Army, people used to say, "Bewakoof join karte Army." I said, never mind. I don't want to go and serve under somebody's in a clinic. And he will make the decisions for me what to work for. I don't like it. Can I do something else? I was very clear that I am joining Army. I passed MDS on 17th of December, 1977. My external examiners, I'm a prosthodontist, Dr. Mirza and Dr. Bhatnagar, they told me you passed. On 21st December, after 3 days, I joined Indian Army as a lieutenant, rose to become a lieutenant general, and then joined Clove Dental, which was struggling that time. And they knew when I joined that, most of my friends told me, "You've done the biggest mistake of your life." I said, all right, that's okay. I live with that. During my service career in the Army, I had a chance to go abroad. I had to learn, I had to earn various decorums or the decorations there, which made your mind very different when you worked like this. It opens up your horizons, guys. It is important, folks. It is very necessary, girls, that you open up your mind. And who can open up your mind? You are on web today. Dentists and the saturation. I do not see any saturation at all. The population explosion, the need for more dentists, the more disease, the vulnerable group, and the will to spend is increasing. Now, if you look at India, if you look the way this graph is going here, you will realize where is India heading as far as GDP per capita income. And when you're talking of 2017 results, 2019, I did get, but I couldn't download that. But we are doing extremely well. I don't think we have any problems in our future scenario coming. You're not going to have any problem in patients. You're the second largest market for new consuming class holds. You are 68 cities will have a population of 1 million plus. 7.4% GDP growth is expected. COVID, of course, notwithstanding. And you are the third largest economy, which will going to be like that. And this is all facts. That is why you find people running to India to invest. And what is the dental services market in India? Do you see every single largest company coming in and setting up their offices in India? Why? Are they fools? No. I have sat in the meetings which discuss what is going to be planned for 2020, 22, 24, 26, 28 by various business houses. They are projecting immense amount of growth, and dentistry is a part of that. Can you imagine the total measured population which seek treatment in India is 6%? 6%. In India, there is no treatment which is taken care by the insurance. The day that thing comes up, all of you are going to be having a small little swimming pool in your houses. You are as yet you are struggling. You are struggling. And foreign countries do not. Why did Clove Dental pumped in such a huge money in this? And why other chains are now moving to India? People say that chains are bad, the corporate sector is bad. Believe me, same thing was happening. There was Arora Nursing Home, Malhotra Nursing Home, and Chopra Nursing Home. They're all merged and coalesced into now larger health groups in India. Whether it's a Fortis or it's Eros or it's Max or it is Medanta, similar is going to happen with the dental. Don't be confused, because all over the world it is like that. Over last 5 years of my being here, we have now presence in 24 cities and we have 349 clinics which are operating. 349 locations. I am there in the country, managing from here. See these charts. See the charts in the terms of growth. See in terms of revenue. I'm not supposed to show it. See in terms of the numbers of the dentist. And see here how we have grown. How are we growing? Why? Because we have mastered this scenario. That's why I wanted to go to a place where I do something very different which has not been done. I have been a professor for PGs for a long time. Demand for dental services is expected to grow. This is not being written by me. I attended a conference in Bangkok and their DSOs were there, all DSOs. DSOs are the dental chains, so-called, okay? Most of the world's largest DSOs were there. And the presentations were mostly on that there is going to be a huge demand for dental as it's going in future. And mind you, till 10 years back, a dentist could earn a certain amount of money. It is not so today. Today, dentists can earn huge money because of implantology, new scenarios of rehabilitation, much better processes, your aligners, and various other such treatments which are getting very costly for the patients, like full mouth rehab, smile designing. I'm talking of population here. I have a huge presentation of these slides where I can prove you 100% threadbare that, guys, your demand is not going to go down. It is going to go up and up and up. Believe me. And then when the world people sit and they talk about India, they said that 65% of Indians are under 35. I said, so what? He said the true boom of dentistry is going to come for next 20 years. Open 100,000 more clinics immediately. Don't waste time. I said, what are you talking? They said by 2026, it's projected that 40% of the Indian population will live in urban or semi-urban. That means they're not going to tell you, ki mera daant nikal do. They're going to tell, can you save? Can you please save for me? My dear friends, those of you who are closing your eyes to this are not doing correctly. I can talk for hours together because I have sat down in the different kind of forums discussing the futures. I have sat in the equipment industry meetings where they are talking about that the future of dentistry is in India. If I'm talking about options and careers now, what is the options? Government jobs. All of you are running ki government mein job mil jaye, army mein mil jaye, state government mil jaye. I do not agree with you, my dear friends. I heard declamation by 4 of my very young, participants, Kulsum, Priyanshi, Garima, and Arunima. You did wonderful, well, my compliments. It's not the pension which is going to interest you, believe me. If your college is going to have some lectures by the right kind of people who are coming from investment side and teach you right now, what are you going to do? You will never be looking at pension. The colleges have to metamorphose. They have to change their thinking. We had this kind of curriculum, bas udhar phas gaya wala scene nahi hai. Things have changed. We have to train our boys and girls as to what is waiting for them outside. Teaching, training academics, migrating abroad, private practice, corporate dental chains, all these are the only futures. All right, let's see. Let me talk about Army first. Because today's function is about the armed forces and how armed forces motivate you. The question was how armed forces motivate you. How armed forces motivate you. That was the question. It wasn't that what army service will give you. How armed forces motivate you. That was the question. I do not have time to cover that, but let me tell you what is armed forces about. If you people are going to join armed forces because it's a pensionable job, ek baar naukri lag gayi, kaam khatam ho gaya, then please don't join. It's not easy. It is not easy at all. ये यूनिफॉर्म का चार्म जो है वो 2-4 दिन में उतर जाता है. That clubs and these all places that disappear. It's a very, very highly challenging job. You undergo selection process at every bloody stage. It's not a dental college. कि आके बैठ गए, pardon my saying this, but don't feel bad. Any of my faculty members, please. आके बैठ गए तो भी मैं एक दिन प्रोफेसर जरूर बन जाऊंगा, वो नहीं है. Here you will not be selected for your post graduation. When I was in the chair, I have made the getting into dentistry very difficult. Why? Because I want to pick the best. I've changed a hell of a lot of rules. I also changed the rules. How will my dentist get the PG? You have to pass to get PG. Sorry, you have to qualify to get PG. There is no money that I can pay and get PG in army. Sorry, you don't get that. Giving study leave is very, very minimal. So that means if you're joining army, that means you have to qualify now for PG. And that competition is getting more and more tense. And then you have to get your post, after your short service, you have to get a permanent commission. Will you qualify for a permanent commission that easily? No. Heavy competition. Up to what rank will you go in that service? Will you go for next promotion? You will say, yeah, why not? But you will realize that if you had a batch of something like 100 odd people, ultimately one guy will make it to Lieutenant General, rest all have been written off over a period of time. You're going to be talking about casualty evacuation in the forward areas. Like if China is breathing on your neck on one side and Pakistan on the other side, you're going to be talking of, LOC. You're talking about forward defensive lines and the rear defensive lines, FDL. RDL, you're talking about roadhead, you're going to talk about, advanced dressing stations, forward surgical centers. You're going to talk who is going to be where, how are you going to bring down the casualties? You are going to be talking about the golden hour concept. You are going to see that, can I get my patient to the casualty within 15 minutes? Will he come? And then when you see the total scenario, what has been the casualty structure, you realize, oh my God, 17% of the total scenario is head and neck. That means 17% of the times maxillofacial surgeon is going to be standing on the borderline and treating people. I didn't join. That lady will say, no, I don't want to go to field. I had plenty of lady dentists who, when they came to join, they said, sir, I will go to field. I said, good. After 2 years, I said, now field is due. And then I realized I get a call, from president's house or somewhere. You see, don't send her to field, I said, why? She will go. So that is what is tomorrow the army. सोच समझ के join करो. उधर तनख्वाह मिल जाती है करके मत जाना. It's an intense battle all through your service career. It's not easy. And you have to learn a different ball game. You don't know how many of them are crying from inside because they could not. They are all honors and awards getting people. They are different. Where are you located? You will say, Delhi or Lucknow mein posting de do. We'll say, no, sorry, ye raha tumhara dental center. Dekho kitna badhiya bana hua hai. Idhar jao. Bolo, idhar nahi jayegi. Mera to my dad will die. No, dad ka sawal nahi hai. You are, hired to do this service. You're going there. Are you going? So, my dear friends, maxillofacial trauma you are going to handle. You are going to be looking after triage, the CPR, the blood bank management, the CBRN, the conflict victim identification, the new role of dental surgeon, that how you are going to, see how you are going to see the casualties and how you are going to do the quickest possible analysis of the victim. Like, can you identify? We carry out mock drills. I'm sure I can't see, but General Nandi is smiling there because he has had this mock drills. That how will dental surgeon immediately find out that the person who is dead, who was he? What was he? That was armed forces. If anybody is getting bored, he can go. How to join army, my dear friends? What training you will need if you want to? How to pass that bloody competition? It's not difficult if you understand it. Remember, we now call only 10 times the people. If we have this year 43 vacancies, we have called 430 people to join. 430 people have appeared in the test there. There is no hera-pheri in that test. Because I heard once that, sir, udhar sifarish chalti, udhar koi sifarish thenga nahi chalti. Because 8 different people mark you with pen directly on a piece of paper. And those people are from different fields. The whole thing is held under camera. All proceedings are under camera and they are scrutinized. Koi hera pheri nahi chalti. Secondly, out of 43, out of 430, you get a merit. Then they say, sir, I got selected, but then they never called me. You might be 429th, for all you know. Because as per government order, we call 10 times. If we have 43 vacancies in the year 2020, now interviews are going on, we have called 430 people. The first 43 will be called if they are found medically fit. Now, what is this medically fit? Well, I'm fit. Yesterday, I had a guy, one Dr. Ashwin Murli from Chennai. He rang me up, sir, mera ho gaya, lekin main medically, sir, unfit ho gaya. Sir, main to theek hu. I said, did you go to some army medical guy and told him, please check me out. Should I go through all this pain or not? Pata chala main end mein maine reject hona medically. Then why should I go through this pain? Let me choose some other path. That's what I asked you, my dear friends. Do you know what are you going to do? Have you walked that path? Have you taken a baby step? Have you said, I need to walk a path to know, am I dentally, medically, or otherwise fit? Teaching as a career. प्रोफेसर दुबे से बड़ा एग्जाम्पल और कौन सा हो सकता है? सारी उम्र इन्होंने टीचिंग की है. A highly respectable career. But then let that be treated as a respectable career. Then go and teach in the college. Don't waste your time. Don't say that I am running for my private practice. Give your everything to that teaching. Don't get into petty politics and say that I am going to have my immense amount of satisfaction in teaching because I love it. Then you're fine. लेकिन अगर वहां बैठ के राजनीति करके एंड आपने ये सोचना है कि किसी तरह से मैं पहले असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर बन जाऊं, फिर प्रोफेसर बन जाऊं, किसी और से मैं आर्टिकल लिखवा लूं, बस फिर मेरा काम हो जाएगा, then that's not the right line for you because you are doing it only to कि ठीक है थोड़े बहुत पैसे वहां से आ रहे हैं, बाकी मेन काम मेरा प्राइवेट प्रैक्टिस है. Then don't be a teacher. Don't destroy the students, please. I know I'm harsh on the people at times, but guys, this is the way I have been speaking all my life. And I think at least Mrs. Mathur knows me very well, that you know how I talk. If you are talking about options and careers, central government, state government, like in the army, how many openings are there? 43 maximum आई हैं इस बार. Normally 10, 12, 15 होती हैं. 43 कितने लाख बंदे पास हो रहे हैं? 30,000 people are passing every year. गवर्नमेंट में कितनी वैकेंसी आएंगी? 8, 10, 12. गवर्नमेंट डेंटल कॉलेज में टीचर बनूंगा इस उम्मीद में लोग बाग वहां रेजिडेंसी करते रहते हैं. कोई सिफारिशी आ जाता है, वो ले जाता है और आप फिर आके बाहर रोना शुरू कर देते हो कि मेरा तो कुछ हुआ नहीं. Training in academies is 100% great, but that is not legal as yet. Would you like to change your career and go and do MBA or somewhere else? Why not? Are you going to go for private practice? Most of you will have to be. Has your college changed the teaching methodology? When I'm talking about a lot of students, they say, sir, foreign जा रहा हूं. I said, कहाँ जाएगा? US. Okay. कोई बोलता है Canada, कोई बोलता है Australia, कोई बोलता है मैं Gulf जाऊंगा. My question to them is, my dear friend, 197 clear countries are there. Many countries in the world. Many countries don't have dental surgeons. वो बाहर से लेते हैं. तुम उनमें क्यों नहीं जाते? ये साला अमेरिका और यूके में जाके क्यों धक्के खाओगे? Kindly sit on the internet and find out, and you will realize that there is so much of bloody opportunity lying, and you will say why people are not going to that country? Because they are not going. That's it. Because भेड़ चाल कितना सब चले जा रहे. हम उधर जाएंगे अमेरिका में, धक्के खाएंगे, 1.5 करोड़ 2 करोड़ का लोन लेंगे, फिर उसको सारी उम्र देते रहेंगे और फिर जीवन जिएंगे. May not be right. These are the number of dental clinics by different chains all over the world. I'm just showing you one slide, but there are huge number of dental chains in every possible country. In India, they have not yet come. Next 10 slides, I'll go through like a bullet. These are the options, guys, with you in academics. Those who say that, अब हम क्या करें MDS करने के बाद? There's a huge scenario. We all know that smile design has changed the world, but my dear doctors, do you know, if you get yourself trained, get a training done from America in your software handling and in managing the virtual setups and moving teeth, you are in for huge salaries. 8-10 lakh ki salary is a small amount if you are walking this path. Dental implants, everyone knows. All right, very good. Same is for CAD-CAM. But CAD-CAM mein, can you become a master so that tomorrow you are employed on the place where you say that I am going to helping the designing of the CAD-CAM. Digital occlusal analysis is already on, but new things are there now. Invisible braces are already on. Do you know what is anaplastology? If you don't know anaplastology, then you should know who did the makeup for Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. I'll show you that slide. This is a huge field. And when I spoke in the Indian Prosthodontic Society conference, almost 10 years back, next year, I found 2 boys. They said, sir, we are doing that course. Digitization and imaging in prosthodontic diagnosis and practice, a new field. Who is going to rehabilitate all those implants? Facial skin aging, and how can you duplicate the originals to make sure that nobody ages? Virtual occlusal records, that is already come in. With the scanning, now virtual occlusal records are the next. Are you master of this? Forensic odontology has been there for pretty long. Shape polymers are already available now, and that is what is going to be the shape polymers. They have their implications in all these of the futuristic scenarios. Obstructive sleep apnea is a pain. Whosoever goes through this, neurocognition is a new field. I gave a presentation of this in a neurology conference, and they did not believe that this is true. But the heart tissue loss is actually affecting the cognitive ability. I have given a full presentation on this, on cognitive abilities. And now with this C19 time, guys, it's now being known in the world as C19. Nobody is calling it Corona or COVID. In this, with the C19 now, there's a huge amount of areas which have opened up. Can you walk those paths? Can you think differently? Can you come up and work out your mind absolutely different? Can you have an out-of-box thinking group? Can you say that on every Friday, 4 p.m., we are going to have an out-of-box thinking? Let's sit down for every Thursday and discuss it for 2 hours. Come up with some new idea. Let us see. Can you train your mind to take a decision? Is there a way to take a decision? Yeah, there is a way to take a decision. Who teaches it? There are organizations who teach you how to take a decision. This is a typical dentist CV. Guys, I'm running a dental chain now. I'm the chief clinical. What is a typical CV I see here? Gold medal, master in extractions, denture, smile designing, implant, laser, sir, seminar, presented, sir, I'm topper. That's good. Very nice, thank you. Nice meeting you. But people with these CVs, I will get plenty. But look at this, read it. Responsible for strategy implementation and planning in terms of business development across international territories. My dear, along with this, are you also walking this path? Formulating and implementing sales, monitoring performance with focus on achieving set targets, managing all accounts and TPS. Can you? रियर व्यू देख के हम आगे ड्राइव नहीं कर सकते कि जी उसने ऐसा किया था मैं भी कर लूंगा, एमडीएस करके फिर देखी जाएगी, फिर मैं शादी कर लूंगी, फिर उसके बाद देखी जाएगी, बच्चे करके फिर मैं करूंगी नहीं करूंगी, आई विल सी. That's not the scenario. Is there a training for quality? Yeah, massive training for quality. Can I do it? Are there any accreditations? Can I go into the field of accreditations? Yes. Can I go into the field of business development while also doing my dentistry? Yes. What kind of people you need, Vimal Arora, if I say that I can bring a partnership for you? That's a trained person. These are very highly trained people. Who can handle the supply? Who will handle the insurance treatments? How will the insurance treatments be managed? These are now different scenarios what we are talking about. Private practice. Are you getting prepared for the private practice? If you say that I don't see my life anywhere, many of you get disheartened when you see some very smart guy, or girl moving around, or a very beautiful girl, and you see, oh, I'm not that beautiful. My dear friends, to become successful in life, you neither need smartness nor you need to be beautiful. You need to work on yourself and you will become that what you're seeing in the other person. And that person you will leave behind. So all of you who feel that you're small or you feel yourself handicapped for one reason or other, kindly throw that out of the window and start moving baby steps every day. Stand in front of a mirror and start speaking. Learn how to speak. Can you prepare yourself for private practice? Can you? I give all these courses here to my people. All these courses. And they say, how long are these courses? They're massive. They're all private practice management courses. Well, that was something which I could, pump it all. I know you people must be getting restless. It's a Diwali day, but I'll just take 7-8 minutes more, guys. What I have told you are the different opportunities. Each one, please think, elaborate, discuss with your teachers. They are there for you. They were your guides. They will tell you. I have only been successful in my life following one path. That is, I have taken the path which is least traveled. When I joined a corporate sector here and running a chain, I was the first one to walk that path. From that higher post where you are a member of the DCI, representing UP, I was Mulayam Singh's dentist. He gave me an option that, Dr. Sahab, हम आपको DME बनाएंगे, हमने अखिलेश को बोल दिए हैं, वो DME आपको लेंगे. हमने कहा भाई हमें नहीं चाहिए DME CME, हमें हमारी औकात से जो मिल जाएगा वही करेंगे हम पॉलिटिक्स बदली, हमें कल को जूता मार के निकाल देंगे, हम नहीं जाएंगे वो पाथ में, हम सीख के आए हैं. I took every single opportunity. I never let an opportunity go waste. When somebody knocked my door, I recognize that it is the knock of an opportunity. I will run through you a couple of some slides of my life here so that you know that what things can be when you walk a different path. When I came, we had some 34 clinics and our revenue was down in the dungeons. Today we have 349 clinics and our revenue has gone beyond, probably 1,000 times or 10,000 times. Because we could see that. We did request the President of India to come to Clove Dental, and it's the first time he went. I have created a team here. I have created an organization which you will be proud of. I run this organization in a manner which is absolutely pure profession, no matter what people tell you. Be sure to understand that if Fauji is running, he cannot do unethical things. It's been literally like we could go, how to go further. Like this is the inauguration of 6 more clinics on a particular day. We also have been given the award of Business Model Innovation Award in UK, which is one of the very highly prestigious award. And that is what the award was. Harvard Business School is the best business school of the world. Ask your brothers, sisters, friends, and families that which is the best business school in the world. That is HBS. HBS sends an immersion team to Clove Dental every year for 2 weeks to work with us. Immersion team, it is known as immersion team. It's a field training for them. Clove Dental is there in their training team. Can you imagine? HBS. That is some of our investors and the people. What can you do? Make your goal, pick and choose your path, what you want to do. Measure yourself. Don't learn to make excuses. वो बहुत smart है इसलिए कर लेता है, मैं नहीं कर सकता. कुछ भी नहीं है. हम भी ऐसे ही बिल्कुल लल्लू आए थे KGMC में, मग्गे की तरह. What worked and what didn't? Look at that. Measure it. Focus on this month. Befriend positive people. साला जो negative बोलता है उसको अपने दोस्तों की लिस्ट से निकाल दो. बोलो तू परे हट मेरे से, मेरे पास मत आना. Have a goal and find this pillar who is supporting this tree. Find which is your pillar. Reach out to that person. Calibrate your success. Not celebrate, calibrate. Learn how to wear clothes. Learn how to speak. Learn that there is a body language. Do you know what's the body language? Learn. It is not that you have it. It is that you can learn it. I told you. Can you see? Somebody can go through this makeup for hours together to come up from here to there. How much of makeover this guy has done? Can you not do for that part in your life, which is probably the best? It is the best to bring up everything nice in one slide. My dear friends, closing down, identify opportunities. Please, for God's sake, identify an opportunity you will not know. When somebody is knocking on your door, realize it's not a knock, it's an opportunity. Learn to differentiate. This is an opportunity. Look for gaps in your day-to-day life. Look for a gap. And firmly make up your mind that I'm going to make utilization of this. Review yourself after every 15 days on a piece of paper. Make very small goals. That, okay, today I talked to myself in front of the mirror and I was so hesitant. 7 days later, I will try and I will become a little shade more better. Celebrate your success. I have had my share of successes, friends. God has been very kind. I have treated almost, Lucknow, I was in the governor's house every other day because I was treating governor as well as his wife. And what did I do to earn that kind of a scenario that every party I was invited in governor's house? Why? Because when his wife came to me for the denture, he said, ये denture बनाया, ये चलता नहीं है, कुछ है. मैंने कहा, मेरे पास छोड़ दीजिए. So he said, मेरे को कब आना है? I said, आप इनको छोड़ दीजिए चाय पिलाने के लिए. मैं इनको एक बार 2 बजे बुलाऊंगा. Said, okay. Then I said, 2 घंटे बिठाऊंगा. I said, कहता जी उसके बाद कब आना है? मैं कहा उसके बाद कल बुलाऊंगा 2 बजे. He said, okay. He said, उसके आगे मैं कहा वो फिर मैं अपॉइंटमेंट दे दूंगा. नेक्स्ट डे 2 o'clock मैंने उनके मुंह में नया डेंचर डाल दिया. वो पुराना रख लिया. मैंने कहा जाइए. कहते ठीक है. उनको नहीं पता चला कि ये नया डेंचर मुंह में चला गया है. एंड एनके अग्रवाल का स्टूडेंट हूं. डेंचर तो बनाना जानता ही हूं फ्रेंड्स. और कुछ करूं ना करूं, हवा में नाप ले लेता हूं मैं. इतना ट्रेन किया हूं. So she was now very happy and she told her husband, I am coming back with a new denture. He said, but the place where we went earlier, 3 महीने हो गए थे हमको जाते जाते. ये आपने कैसे किया डॉक्टर साहब? That's it. Nothing else. I found that gap when he was telling me the story that it's almost 3 months that he has gone to a place. I said, all right, here is the gap. I'll deliver it tomorrow. That's it. And till today, he couldn't believe. We have a stamp release in Bhutan, our friendly neighborhood country, me and my wife. God has been very kind, very, very kind of getting various, awards and recognitions and things like this. And to end this, my dear friends, I can only tell you one thing, that nothing gives me greater happiness than to share this with you. And especially so when I am in the institution of Colonel Mathur. I don't think I can pay in words my true homage to him. But I was one person who was very close to his heart, I felt. And I know he always made everyone make sure feeling like that everyone is very close to his heart. But I was very close to his heart. And I loved him and ma'am and this family very much. I am so grateful. And I also would like to acknowledge the presence of General Nandi, whom I saw here, and he is a very, learned person, and also Dr. Kapil Lumba. And I know I'm missing out some names out here, but then I was so engrossed in your program. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and I'm always available. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for this inspiring presentation. I would now like to welcome Mrs. Madhu Mathur ma'am. Please say a few words.
Thank you, Vimal. I couldn't stop myself from giving my gratitude to you. बहुत दिन बाद ये बातें मुझे फिर से किसी ने कही, and I am sure आपकी ये speech जो है सबको बहुत मोटिवेट कर रही होगी. और जिसको नहीं करी विमल, I am talking like you, जिसको नहीं करी है ये impress, वो worth नहीं है to become a dentist, वो worth नहीं है to become a technical person. So मेरा तो मन है कि ये आपकी स्पीच रोज कॉलेज में बजे, जिससे लोग मोटिवेट हो और सीखें how to go about and roar like a lion. Thank you so much, and I hope we'll see you more often. to motivate my students.
And Rajat sir, ये मतलब virtual का ये मतलब नहीं है कि मेरा वो मतलब memento नहीं मिलेगा.
नहीं.
तो मैं पीछे कैसे लगाऊंगा?
Yes. That
बिल्कुल मिलेगा सर.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We must clap. Do clapping for them.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I would now like to invite one of the most dignified teachers, Dr. Sulemaan Abbas Sir, to kindly convey the word of thanks.
Thank you, Sinin, and good afternoon, everyone. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion of Founders Day on behalf of Institutional Committee for Extracurricular Activity. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. First and foremost, I thank our special guest, Lieutenant General Vimal Arora Sir, who, despite of his busy schedule, has found time to grace us with his presence on this occasion. I also express my heartfelt thanks to our chairperson, Mrs. Madhu Mathur ma'am, for her stewardship, support, and commitment. We are grateful to our President Saraswati Group of Institutions, Dr. Raj Mathur Sir, Mrs. Smita Mathur ma'am, for unwavering support all the time. I also thank Mr. Charit Mathur Sir and Mrs. Ritu Mathur ma'am to grace this occasion. I owe special gratitude to our principal, Dr. K.N. Dubey Sir, Vice Principal, and all faculty staff, and our all lovely students to ensure that we have a successful event. Once again, I thank you all for your kind attention. Have a good day, and I wish you all a very happy Diwali. Now, I request the audience to please stand up for the national anthem.
सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा
उच्चल
जलधितरंगा तब
शुभ नाम जागे
तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन
जन गण मंगल दायक जय हो
भारत
भाग्य विधाता
जय
जय
हे
हे
जय
जय
हे
हे
जय
जय जय हे. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you. With this, we come to the end of today's events. Thank you everyone for joining this auspicious occasion. Have a safe and happy Diwali.